This is the Boss SD-1 Super Overdrive, and it's got one of the big boards in it. It's an older one, and we are going to mod it today. This is the Boss DS-1. It's already been modded. The reason I'm bringing this one up is because there's a common do-it-yourself mod with this that all you do is remove the two clipping diodes. You can actually just remove one and it does the same thing. When you remove those two clipping diodes that give this pedal its signature sound, it opens up the volume more, rounds out the distortion better, and makes it less fizzy and a little more fuzzy. So I figured, why can't that same mod be applied to the SD-1? But the SD-1 has 3 clipping diodes in it, but you can remove 1 or 2. It doesn't really make that much of a difference. You can just stick to 1, and that's all we're going to do today. And then we'll run some sound samples and see what you think. Let's do it. Now, in order to do this mod, it helps to have a solder sucker. Okay, it's a little plunger. You press down on here. When you get the solder hot, you hit this button and it sucks the solder up into it. It's a lot easier than using that copper braid stuff. And a good hot soldering iron. I know I've got terrible close-ups, but my tripod only sits so high. So, take the back panel of your SD-1 off. And what we want to remove is going to be right here, D6. This is the one that we're removing today. So you got to locate it on the back there. So you're going to have 4 rows here. And if you can see that, it looks like a mess back here. I tried to mod this once before with the kit and it didn't quite work out so well. So I had to kind of solder some stuff because I tried using one of those copper braids and it did not work very well. Now, not as good as a solder sucker. So what we're moving today is we're gonna right here and right here. You gotta know how to find it from back to front. So those are the 2 we're gonna do today. And you're just gonna get hot. Get your solder sucker right around it. Get hot. Sucks it right up. And you replunge your solder sucker and get any kind of solder off there if it needs to be. Get it hot, suck it off. That sounded inappropriate. Alright. Once the solder's off, you can kind of get in there and carefully remove that clipping diode. Set it aside. You might decide to put it back in sometime. So, you can see if I can. It doesn't want to focus that close. Yep, there you go. Right there and there, empty. Put the cover back on. And let's go test her out. So here we are, back plugged into the amp. You might hear a little hum sound back there. But I've got it run strictly through a straight clean channel. But when you're running like a overdrive or a tube screamer type pedal, you want your signal to be just on the edge of breakup or a little higher, and it'll give that pedal a better boost, a better sound to it. So I got a little drive going on, and I'm gonna add the regular SD-1 stock. Let's turn that down a bit. I was playing with it before, so everything's at noon with the clean channel. Doesn't sound bad, but with that extra boost, now you're gonna hear a significant volume jump with the clean channel and the modified SD-1. Prepare your ears. Put it back on the drive channel. See, it sounds a little boosted. The stock SD-1 sounds a little tighter, but it sounds a little muffled at the same time. Now let's turn them up a little bit. We're gonna turn it about 3 o'clock on those, maybe. We're gonna leave the levels up just a hair. See, the modded one sounds a little fuzzier. Crank it all the way up. Maybe add a little treble to it. Just for comparison purposes. Essentially, remove that clipping diode and kind of turned your SD-1 into a SD fuzz. So there you have it. That's the sound comparison. Modded, easy do-it-yourself, volume boost, fuzz mod, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. So how do you like those sound samples? You can hear there's a significant volume jump on it. And the distortion, the overdrive from it's a little bit different. Like I said, it goes a little more into the fuzzy direction of it. I have two of these. I've got the 40th anniversary, and I have this older one that I tried modding before with a mod kit, and it just didn't work out. And it's just been sitting around, so I was like, well, why don't I give it a shot and see how it sounds? And I kind of dig it. It gives me a different option to run overdrive if I want to. And sometimes it's fun just to fiddle around with stuff. So that's it. That's easy mod. If you like this video, hit that like button for me. If you want to subscribe, please do so. It always helps. But that was a cool little mod. Give it a shot if you like. Or don't. Whatever. See you next time.